Dina's attorney saying 6 years in prison on the lesser charge is a far cry from what he would have faced if he had endured a lengthy murder trial and possibly been convicted.
Cassie in Lost Galaxy. The ending for The Power of Pink was a heartbreaking experience, where Kendricks sacrificed herself to save Cassie and all of Terra Venture.
I'm okay. I'll always be here.
However, originally, Cassie's story with the Galaxy Rangers wasn't meant to end there. It's been reported that she was to take Kendricks' place as the Pink Galaxy Ranger. Her actor, Patricia Jolie, even filmed several scenes.
Kendricks.
However, Lee was unsatisfied with having a guest star billing instead of a main cast one. So, she walked off set, and Melody Perkins as Corone became the Pink Galaxy Ranger in her place.
Yeah!
While this change was well received by fans, it's amazing how often a refusal to compromise can shake everything up for the series.
She would want you to carry on. You know that.
Production troubles. With everything we see on screen, one would think that working for Power Rangers is a dream come true. In reality, production is a nightmare behind the scenes.
They're all here.
For one, the show has been handed off to different companies too many times, which causes major inconsistencies with the series' direction, tone, and output. The working conditions were also hazardous for the stars, as prop malfunctions have put their lives at risk more than once.
Are you feeling nominal?
Like, I think so.
Worst of all, the filming schedule was so strict that the Rangers were told to film during the 1994 Northridge earthquake. With so much happening against it, it's a miracle the show happened at all.
Something tells me this is no earthquake.
Austin St. John's downfall. Austin St. John has been praised for his role as Jason, the OG Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. Unfortunately, unlike his character, St. John hasn't been acting very heroic.
All you have to do is remember that his brain's before brawn.
Right.
Many already know about his infamous feud with Jason David Frank, but this was just the tip of the iceberg.
What's your problem?
In 2022, he was charged with attempting to embezzle COVID relief funds and was given a plea deal. In early 2024, he announced a controversial idea for a clothesline that sparked a major backlash with his fans and even fellow Ranger alumni Amy Jo Johnson.
But the point is to look to our past, to leaders both good and terrible, and take from them what you can. I mean,
St. John can't seem to stay out of trouble, making it hard to separate him from his iconic character, the infamous background actor. If you thought the on-screen talent had their problematic moments, just hold on to your hat. Skylar DeLeon was a child actor who appeared in Power Rangers commercials in the background. Many years later, they were back in the spotlight, but for a horrifying reason. It turns out that they murdered a couple on their yacht. For their crimes, they were sentenced to death, and it was unfortunately discovered that they were connected to Power Rangers.
Were you planning on buying the boat?
Well, we didn't really have the money.
It was originally believed that they were a different child who played a supporting role in an episode. This was proven false, but the association still leaves an ugly mark on the franchise's reputation. Matthew Sterling. Being a TV icon sounds fabulous until you meet a troubled fan who takes things way too far. In 2017, one Matthew Sterling attended Phoenix Comic-Con, armed with actual real-life weaponry and malicious intentions. He had set his sights on Power Ranger legend Jason David Frank to settle a supposed grudge.
Sterling told detectives he was there to kill Frank and even had a reminder on his phone.
He went so far as to call himself the Punisher. Thankfully, he was arrested before he got anywhere near JDF and was committed to the Arizona State Hospital for over 20 years. Every fandom has at least one bad apple, but it's terrifying to know that not even the Power Rangers are safe from the more extreme ones.
Please, if you see something, say something. And this helped avoided a dangerous situation.
The disturbing case of Pua Magasiva. New Zealand actor Pua Magasiva brought Shane, the Red Ninja Storm Ranger, to life with his serious yet fun charisma.
So, what exactly does this thing do?
Sadly, his life post-Power Rangers wasn't as glamorous. In 2019, he was convicted of domestic violence against his wife, Elizabeth Sadler. Not too long after, it was reported that Magasiva took his own life. Following his passing, a diary entry supposedly written by Magasiva details his failing battle against self-loathing, alcohol use disorder, and inability to find his self-worth.
I am so disappointed.
Suffice it to say, it makes revisiting the moments in Ninja Storm where Shane deals with his insecurities incredibly uncomfortable, given how on the nose it turned out to be.
I am proud of who I am.
Cole goes rogue. Many will recognize Ricardo Medina Jr. for his talents portraying both Cole Evans, the Red Wild Force Ranger, and Decker, the human Nylok foe from Samurai and Super Samurai.
We're both tormented by fates we didn't choose.
Two very different characters played flawlessly. Unfortunately, in 2015, he would be recognized for a more morbid reason. He was arrested and charged with murdering his roommate with a sword. He claimed it was in self-defense, but pled guilty in the end and was sentenced to 6 years in jail.
Medina's attorney saying 6 years in prison on the lesser charge is a far cry from what he would have faced if he had endured a lengthy murder trial and possibly been convicted.
He only served 3 years in jail before being released and is said to be doing well for himself. Knowing what we know now, though, makes rewatching Wild Force and the Samurai seasons a little more uncomfortable.
It's not impressive. It's pathetic. You're nothing but a coward.
David Yost faces harassment.
You escaped! But you won't, Madam Woe.
Of the original 5 actors, David Yost, Billy the Blue Ranger, lasted the longest before finally leaving near the end of Zeo. It was reported that it was due to pay disputes, but David's side of the story is much more heartbreaking.
It worked! Billy, you did it!
But I didn't, Alpha. I didn't do anything.
He faced constant harassment and belittlement for his sexuality behind the scenes from the crew and a few cast members. He walked off set and fought an ongoing battle with his mental health before finally learning to accept himself. Thankfully, his fans offered the love and support he needed. He returned to the series for its 30th anniversary.
You're a good kid. We're all looking out for you.
The Great Walkout of '94.
The 3 teams from Angel Grove are Jason Lee, Zach Taylor, and Trini Kwan.
With how much fanfare the series has received, you'd think the stars would be treated well and given the paychecks they deserve. Unfortunately, the show was non-union, despite its success, and the actors were paid little for their hard work. Zordon's actor only got less than $200 for an entire day of filming his head, and the actor who originally auditioned for Trini was reportedly replaced due to pay disputes. Combine this with the hazardous working conditions, it's no mystery why Austin St. John, Walter Jones, and Tui Trang finally walked away during Season 2's production. We can't help but wonder if unionizing the show could have helped prevent so much heartache.
It's so sad that they're leaving.
Bye, you guys.
The Power Rangers curse. Even with the show's critical claim, Power Rangers has a reputation for being cursed. Along with the behind-the-scenes drama and controversies, several actors had passed away due to unnatural causes. Tui Trang, who played Trini in Mighty Morphin, was killed in a car accident in 2001.
She's just so full of life, and I'm just gonna miss her a lot.
Peter Rudder, aka Udana from Mystery Force, was taken from us by a brain tumor. Worst of all, Jason David Frank, legendary Tommy Oliver, took his own life following his struggle with mental health. Sadly, the list only gets more tragic from here. We're honestly shocked that the show survived for 30 years, given all the heartache surrounding it.
We'll always be with you.
Thank you.
What do you think of Power Rangers knowing what we know now? Share your thoughts in the comments.
That's mine!
Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.